You want to train machine learning models. You've watched a bunch of inferior tutorials on the topic, you've borrowed your Uncle Jagdish's credit card and made an AWS account, and now you're creating services willy nilly. SageMaker, S3, EMR, EC2, ECS, Bedrock. But what's this? You've accidentally funded Jeff Bezos' next space expedition. What should we have done? Okay, cheapskates, let's get to it. There are a few options for free GPU time that will let you avoid blowing the cobwebs off your wallets. First up is Google Colab. For this, you'll just need a free Google account like your Gmail. Then you can open up a notebook, hit change runtime to switch to a GPU or TPU. It's also pretty handy for sharing your work since you can send a shareable link and someone can just save a copy and start tinkering away. Option 2 is Kaggle Notebooks. If you hit the three dots and choose Accelerator, you get some juicy GPU options. The benefit of Kaggle is that there are a bunch of datasets already there, and often others will have shared their notebooks, so you can get going straight away. A third option is Paperspace Gradient. To be honest, I haven't had much luck with this myself. Every time I've tried the free instances, it says they're at max capacity. So some of you other cheapskates are beating me to it. But I'll mention it anyway in the hopes that the gods of free stuff look more favourably upon you. A fourth option is Hugging Face Zero GPU Spaces. There's a minor change you'll need to make to your code, which is adding this decorator to any functions which you want to use the GPU. You can also pass the duration argument to it. If you know that your function shouldn't take much time to run, you can set a lower duration before it times out, which will give you a higher priority in the queue. The cool thing with this is if you're using models or datasets from Hugging Face already, then everything is all in one place. Now, some of you cheapskates might find yourself
A flush with cash.
and want to upgrade. All of the free options we've looked at so far do have paid upgrades. Opening your wallets also opens a few extra doors too. I'll rattle through a few paid options to give an idea of what's out there. There is Vast AI, Lambda Labs, Jarvis Labs. They all give you a few different configuration options. Here, the best option really boils down to what you want and which gives you the best price for that, so do shop around. If you're building your own computer for this, expect to spend a few days just getting things set up. So this option is more for people who actually enjoy that kind of thing.
Pimps, players, and pain purveyors.
My advice here would be to understand what your bottlenecks are so you can get the most for your money. And this depends on what you're personally doing. It's easy to assume that you're a deep learning pro, therefore you need to buy the fastest GPU that your wallet will accommodate. But you might find that if you're dealing with a lot of image or video data, a lot of the time is spent just loading images or videos from disk. So a better SSD would clear that bottleneck. Or your CPU bound from the file I/O, in which case you might want to upgrade your CPU first. I'd start with the free GPU options until you understand where your pain points are. And if it turns out that GPU utilization or running out of GPU memory is the issue, then splash out on a nice NVIDIA card. And it will need to be NVIDIA at the moment. Basically, everything in ML works off of CUDA. Those were some options to get you going for free. If I've missed your favorite, hit me up in the comments and I'll add them to the description. If you found this video helpful, consider writing a haiku in the comments about how it's changed your life. Until next time.